In this video, we're talking about narcissism. Okay, we're in the dark depths of this course that we're going through. Okay, with narcissism, yeah, it's similar to manipulation, where there's good and there's bad parts of it. Okay, and I've spoken about this in a previous video where the narcissism is pretty, it's part of it is fight or flight. Okay, so we're looking after ourselves, we're becoming, we're making sure that we are okay, basically. But this is where it gets really dark, is that it's also linked with manipulation and also the ego as well, where when we focus on ourselves so much, we're suddenly building this status which starts hurting other people because we're focusing on ourselves so much. And you'll notice this where people like, for example, Kanye has talked about how, people are literally just loving him so much. And this is where narcissism really gets dark. It's because the actual narcissist doesn't recognize that not only is he being self-indulgent, but he's also attracting other self-indulgent followers, and it's very damaging to communities, in the sense that it's got a detaching factor to it, where there's no there's no society. It's an individual celebration as opposed to a social relation. And this is actually, yeah, it's getting quite maybe political, quite dark in that sense, where it leads to sort of this heavy right wing Nazi mindset. And you'll notice this with people who have this narcissism, is that they'll have full belief that it is the best thing, that it's a really good thing to be narcissistic. Okay, because they're so overindulgent in their own success, in their own status being so high that anyone else is always below them. Okay, and you'll notice this is another thing I got blindsided by recently, is that it's a preach. It's for example, when I think of Jesus, I think of him as being open to people. He's not to be celebrated. I haven't read the Bible, but he's not to be the man, like, out of everyone. He's just a representative of humanity as a whole. And when people really take over this idea that Jesus is the guy, he is God even, that's when everyone is beneath and no one is able to reach new heights. And this is something which is really, you'll notice this with narcissism, and especially when we're quitting weed and starting to take on life. You're going to not only have to battle with this yourself, but you're going to come against other people, where suddenly your strength is really going to be tested, because you're going to have to actually stand up for yourself and actually recognize that people aren't actually here to bring community and love and faith to each and every person, but more to their own circle, their own tribe, their own beneath them, their own level, which is around around them, basically. And yeah, it gets dark, but I just want you to know that this is part of our power behind our punches, is that we're going to be coming across these painful people, and rather than falling back into this sort of depression, this couch potato, where we want to just let these people run free and do what the hell they want, this is for us to step up and actually, make our move and actually punch and bring justice to this world. And I don't want this world to just be taken over by people who are taking that sort of action and putting people like us down to a level where we don't even want to get up. Okay, so let's keep fighting, keep being beasts, and the more knowledge, the more power. So let's fucking go, comma.